let's first discuss what are the main reasons that kill good ideas. I think the first reason and the biggest reason is no action. It's because these amazing ideas, they never leave the drawer. They never leave the napkin on which they were created. They never leave the boardroom, even if amazing people had like a really good brainstorming session. What happens is that after you have this initial rush of a great idea, life happens. Worries come, day-to-day activities come, obligations come. And what happens? You completely forget about it. Now going to number 2. The second reason why ideas die early is pressure. Pressure in some instances is like really good. It forces you to meet that deadline. It forces you to go that extra mile. In case of startup ideas, this kind of pressure, it intimidates you. It intimidates your curiosity. It intimidates your creative mind. And one of the biggest reasons that people make, they have a good idea, they immediately start a company. If you immediately start a company after you have an idea without testing it, without going to the market, and without talking to users, what happens? You start having pressure. Pressure from what? Pressure from actually the company. You start dealing with taxes, you start dealing with hiring, you start dealing with funding. Now, all these other things are actually taking you away from the idea, which is the most important part at first. So there's actually like a really good method of how you can escape this pressure. You should try to think about the idea as a question first. When you're treating your idea as a question, your mind starts to go away from this formal, stiff kind of thinking, and instead it starts approaching it with curiosity, which is one of the main ingredients. Number 3. Now we got to one of the third reasons why ideas are dying. Thinking too small. See, to increase your chances of spreading your idea, it needs to be novel, it needs to be exciting, so that people can talk about it at the dinner table. They need to tell their friends, they need to tell their family, and it's this kind of ideas that really spread. Another reason why your idea needs to be exciting is because it needs to attract the best people. See, the best people in the world want to work on an amazing project, they want to work on an exciting project, they want to change the world. Thinking too small is not going to help them, and you're not going to be able to attract those kind of people. Now for the fourth reason, we actually need to go back to our first one. No action. See, we talked about the fact that the ideas never leave the drawer sometimes. But sometimes they do. Sometimes they leave the drawers and get stuck in our minds. And this gets us to the fourth reason why good ideas die. It's the secrecy part of things. You're gonna get excited that you found the next $1 million idea. And what you're going to do, you're gonna have it in your mind, you're gonna constantly think about it. And the biggest mistake is not telling anyone. It's like the plant that never sees light. It can never grow. And ideas, they grow and evolve if you bounce them over the right people. You might be worried that people are going to steal your amazing idea. But the fact is, the majority of people have so many worries in their day-to-day life that they don't even have time to think about it rather than doing it. And because your idea never leaves the house, and because you never get feedback from users about your idea, it can never grow and you can never build something that people actually want.